I'm feeling both militant and studious. You cannot have fire. Do you love my new Disney candle? This is my Tower of Terror candle from Magic Candle Company because I am a Disney adult. I've been watching a lot of fall wish list videos on YouTube. I love a wish list. I love a wish list video because I'm nosy and oftentimes what other people like influences what I like. I'm just being honest. And then I got to thinking, what is on my wish list this year? And then I started thinking about autumn being a season that makes me really excited about fashion. Winter as well, but I feel like there's a little bit more flexibility with fall, just like temperature wise. And the most prominent thought that came to my mind was the fall of 2015. My obsession with the Celine bag, the deep need to wear a giant cardigan. So I thought it'd be interesting to look at what was on my wish list 10 years ago versus what's on my wish list now. If you're new here, I'm Gabby. I do a lot of different things, so it's difficult for me to describe what I do. So let's call it being a multimedia creative. Acting, dancing, photography, writing, and then other creative industry adjacent roles. I love stuff. I scrolled really far back on my Pinterest board. I have one Pinterest board for outfits that I've had since I started Pinterest. So I went all the way back and here's what I found. The cat's gonna play, so just, it is what it is. I read a Vogue article about fall 2015 fashion trends. Slip dress was one of them. But what seemed to have a chokehold on me was the like slip dress top, specifically this pairing. Chunky cardigan, little lacy top, high-waisted, skinny jean, belt, necklace, dark lip. Like, oh, I wanted to be this so bad. This is something I really love, this like monochrome. I was not very color friendly and I don't look very color friendly right now, but I do actually embrace and have a lot more color in my wardrobe than I did then. All black was my jam, or black and white. Oh, this shearling jacket I loved, I wanted. I had this one from Old Navy, which I actually either still have in storage or only just gave away last year because I would throw it on for stuff. Here's some gray turtleneck, black denim, dark denim stuff from 2015, 16, 17. It was all about the distinct color palette. Gray, white, beige, black, maybe some red, maybe some olive green. I would say that that's still pretty consistent for me as far as fall and winter go. And then the occasional like pop of color. Cardigan wise, I am not wearing a big chunky cardigan anymore. However, I had been on the hunt for like a gray, just button front cardigan. Right now in my closet, I have a black one from H&M, a cream one from Quince, and a gray one from I think like Croft and Barrow that I just thrifted recently. A brown would be kind of nice. Simple, interesting, and a bit more fitted. For boots, the boot that I loved more than anything was the studded toe Steve Madden combat boot. I never did own the Steve Madden combat boot. I did get a similar pair and I remember it so vividly from Forever 21. And I wore those like it was my job. And at the time it was. Once I moved past that, I was all about the chunky ankle boot. I had a snakeskin pair. Didn't really get like the chunky ones that I wanted when I was 16 until a few years down the road I got something similar that I actually recently just got rid of. So in boot world for me now, I actually have most of the boots that I want with the exception of number one on my wish list is gonna be black knee-high boot, specifically kitten heel, pointy toe. And if not pointy toe, then like the funky square toe, like this sort of like abnormal or something with some interesting stitching, something a bit more evergreen than perhaps a spiky toe combat boot. However, I am obsessed with some of these really funky ones and I've got to get better at learning while I'm on Pinterest, like cross-referencing, learning what these things that I love are because a lot of times I'm just consuming mindlessly. And what I admire about the fashion people that I love and follow is how much they know about pieces outside of just, I like the way this looks. Who made it? Why did they make it? What's the context around the time that these came out? Who's wearing them? How many pairs are available? Where can you buy them? What do they sell for now? These are things I want to start thinking about more. So that's my homework after the video. A nice pair of like tall chocolate brown ones. They just go very like Ralph Lauren riding boot easily, and that I don't really love on myself. Gives me really bad flashbacks to middle school. Important to note, the item that absolutely dominated this Pinterest board at this time was the Celine bag. I mean, I had like literally every iteration saved on my Pinterest board. I was obsessed. I really thought I needed it. I really just like loved the shape and the structure. And interestingly enough, I do have a similar bag that I was gifted, which like, I still can't believe it, but I really do love it. And I love carrying it around. And I really do think that it's a more refined version. Like looking at this bag now, it's a bit busy and very recognizable, which is not something I love. I don't love a brand recognizable thing so much, except for my Baggu. My Baggu Crescent is the exception. What is on my list and what I have yet to really fulfill is this giant slouchy hobo shoulder bag. Like I really love the ones that have a really thick strap, like this buckle one. Something about that feels so, just knowing that the inside of that bag is a disaster, but that's the bag that you choose to carry just feels like I don't have my shit together, but I look like I have my shit together. I prioritize style and function because I can just throw everything in here over organization, practicality, I guess. It's like a weird balance. It's like prioritizing practicality. Like I want a bag that I can throw stuff in, whereas to somebody else, practicality would be having something with compartments and structure. So that's interesting to think about. Athleisure also really had a chokehold on me. I just got rid of a lot of, well, not got rid of necessarily, but culled through my workout clothes, separated things, took out most all of my Lululemon. I have 2 pairs of Lululemon pants that I do still love. My black Align legging and this like wide leg, almost trouser kind of pant that I got from the We Made Too Much section like years and years and years ago. And I still love those. Those are the ones I go to when I'm going to take a dance class. Like they feel comfortable, but also have some kind of like style about them, I don't know. But I am still on the hunt for like activewear that, you know, because activewear is practical in my life. I'm wearing it to take class or to work out or to teach or to travel maybe. I want to find the balance between practical and personal. I'm really working on my clothes feeling personal to me. I do like a lot of aloe stuff, some outdoor voices. There's a brand on Nuuly and the name is like not registering in my head, but they have a lot of really great activewear stuff that looks like normal everyday clothes. Free People movement, I'm like, some of it I really like, some of it is something I know I like right now but will hate in a year, which is kind of my problem with a lot of their stuff. Last big thing that I absolutely love was a motorcycle jacket, like a classic motorcycle jacket. I never did own a black one, like just a classic black leather jacket, but I did get this green one from Zara and I wore that like it was my second job, and it was. And I kept the jacket for a really, really long time. It started to develop that faux leather smell, so it's no longer with me. However, I have 3 thrifted leather jackets that I actually really love. I would be in the market for another one that kind of maybe fits a shape that those don't have, like perhaps something kind of boxy and straight. I'm getting something in my Nuuly this month to try out and see, but for now, those are fine for me. I feel like winter and fall are the seasons where I do the least amount of shopping, just in the sense that my style hasn't actually really changed that much. Like in subtle differences for sure, and a lot of the things that were trendy in 2015 are honestly coming back in just like different ways. Like it's just iterations of the same thing. So like I'm sure once I go through all my fall clothes, which I'm gonna do soon, fall and winter, whatever, I'll end up getting rid of a few things and maybe investing in something else. But for the most part, slowly but surely, we are building like a closet for this season at least, a closet that doesn't require a very lengthy wish list. Thanks for watching if you did. I'll try to link whatever I can of the things that I mentioned that I love. Yeah, that's it.